This is Tales of Swordfall.
Episode 21, Spiced Water.
Yeah, Tirker, when you think about this name, Mr. Tangle, you start associating it with a lot of other things.
Mm-hmm.
You can make your own judgment call with the information I gave you.
I've certainly heard of something I believe called Mr. Tangle. Why do you ask?
Like I said, the name popped up when I was doing the Detect Magic. It kind of stuck to me for some reason.
As it might.
Give me a deception roll, Ran. I just want to see how well your character is
Gosh.
putting up with this. Just doing this. Hey,
Yay.
that's pretty good.
I'm
Do
bluffing.
you want me to roll opposing at all, or no?
Only if you wish to roll an opposing insight.
Right now, Ryan, I know she's hiding as much as she can.
So you're already on like high alert, super
Yeah.
suspicious.
Yeah, she's already like, everything in here is mine. I'm like, what? No. Let me see everything in the pocket. You're like, no. No need to look in the pockets. Let me just show you things. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Don't come in my house. I'll bring things to you. Okay. That's fine.
Are those cookies in that jar? No. There's not even a jar. You don't see that.
Yeah. That's my sister's jar. You can't look in there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you'd recognize it. Nothing good. Nothing good would come of that guy. Anyways,
Dang it.
Huh. Name just popped up. Okay. Yes, I've heard of him.
Anything you know about it? Or no?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Well?
Well, is there something in particular you wish to know?
Just, the name sounded weird. I figured you might know more on it.
Apparently more than you.
What now?
Apparently more than you, if all you have is the name and a weird feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So, you don't have any particular questions? Just...
What is it? It just... The name stuck and it's driving me nuts.
Peculiar.
So, who is this Tangle?
actually, Tirker,
Mm-hmm.
you would know that if somebody sees the name, it's driving them nuts. There's been some kind of effect.
I figured that's kind of why I was like, interesting.
Oh, okay.
So, all you've noticed is that the name has popped up around you. Nothing else has happened. I'm giving this look like, are you kidding me? Has anything strange happened to you lately?
A lot strange has happened to me lately. My head popped off.
That's not as strange as you'd think.
Huh?
People get decapitated all the time.
But I got mine rearranged back together. Like,
That's a bit stranger than having it taken off.
yeah.
As is having you somehow end up exactly where Zulir was, shoving some strange stone into his chest. It was also strange.
Alright, fine. I guess nothing gets past you there. So everything went black. Everything turned gray. And then I heard his voice. You happy?
And what did the voice say?
He's right there. Go to him. And then I went to him. And then he said, touch him. I touched him. And he said, stab him. I got a dagger out and poked him. And he's like, stab him with elder focus. So, bada bing, bada boom. I ended up killing him. And yeah, here we are.
So Mr. Tangle has something to do with this elder focus. And you didn't think to ask... Did you ask him why he wanted you to kill him with this?
I asked a lot of questions. A lot of questions, and he kept dodging every time.
Yes, he would. Apparently a lot better than you do or I do. Did you learn anything, though, before or after, about what Mr. Tangle might have wanted?
I tried asking, but all I know is that he just wanted him dead.
Well, it definitely sounds like you have been tangled with Mr. Tangle.
What does that mean?
That means your life is going to be quite interesting.
Interesting how?
Let's just say you'll never quite know how to guess what will happen next.
I... Do you know exactly what he is?
I hope I can find out. I think I'm going to I think it's a good idea if we stick together.
Alright.
This is two things we're both quite interested in. And I'll lean in. For you see, Mr. Tangle's very, very old.
How old are we talking?
Older than you can imagine. Older than the gods you might have prayed to before.
Well, I can't say I really prayed to him. It was more of a free meal kind of situation.
Sarcastically prayed. Whatever you want to call it. In fact, have you kept track of some of these temples you've gone to for free meals?
They were just scattered all about the city when I was a kid. I just paid attention to who was giving out the free food at the time.
I see.
I was willing to sing and dance as long as I got a big meal at the end of the day.
And being a thief that you are, were you in any, thiefy temples?
No, I don't think so. But I think I've heard of them.
You could give me a history check.
Okay. I am doing that. Oop. Oh, I know well about it.
Apparently you have been in some holy thiefy places before.
Okay, no wait, I have been in a few. It's just been a while.
You might have, let's just say you might have prayed to Mr. Tangle. And even if it was sarcastically, it seems like you've gotten his notice.
It
Congratulations.
I seem to be important, so
Either that or the thing that you have is important. And you just so happen to be carrying it. Well, unless you want to show me any more of the items you're obviously hiding.
I guess, here. I just unload it. But You think she's at her
Fine.
You're just gonna unload it like right there? I mean, that's a lot of stuff.
taking a few things that they're like a few things that I'm putting grounds on that are mine. And I'm just saying this as I pull this out.
Mhm.
Are you trying to keep this like away from the view of Norik, or is Norik like just everyone seeing this, or just you're trying to be like covert and show it just to Tierger?
I'll be covert. I'll be like, okay, this is what I got,
I
but
could
I'm keeping these things.
I could come up and she could like, I could look down and she like opens a pocket kind of thing and
Mhm.
then opens a bunch like, okay, fine, here. And which things were you like super I'll just make it easy unless you want me to roleplay through it, Paul, but basically he's just gonna be looking for things that have to do with old gods or clues.
Okay. So Christy, is there any, like, whisper to me if there is something you want to exclude that you have?
All right.
Let's.
1 second.
Oh, that's okay. Let's roll back to Nork. So you can actually see, you've been traveling long enough to see Bramby Clearing in the distance. It's a halfling town. It's on the main road. It's a bit bigger than your hometown. It was always like the go-to place when your mom's like, hey, let's go for like a little fun trip. Let's go to the big city. And then you go to like Bramby Clearing.
Comparatively, the big city.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I know this is not going to make sense to you, but it's like people going from like Kenmore and going to like Redmond. So,
Yeah.
or, oh gosh, I wish I knew the equivalents down in your area, but whatever.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So, you can see it. The smoke is still going up to the sky, miles off behind it. Though you instantly notice there's something a little different about Bramby Clearing today. So halfling towns are pretty nice. They're always like well maintained. They kind of have that whole like Lord of the Rings Shire thing going on, where there's like houses built into hillsides, and they're like, since the kind of hilly, well, really hilly area, there's a lot of houses, a lot of like generational like homes that are passed down from like person to person. And kind of on top of some of these hills, you notice that there's white tents.
Nark's gonna, I guess, still riding her Berta, still pulling the cart. Gonna speed up a little bit and get up, go up to the, I guess, whoever would be at the edge of town there as they're approaching. Just try and get a first look and talk and see what's going on.
Oh yeah, you notice like as you're going in, there is farmland as you're coming up, and there's this one guy out in his field, and he's chewing on a stalk of wheat as he's harvesting what looks to be the last bits of leafy green vegetables before everything frosts over.
Nark's gonna call over to him and say, "Greetings, sir."
Ah, yes, greetings. Good afternoon. And he looks up at the sky and squints. Hey, afternoon.
And Nor's gonna say, do you know what's happening? There's smoke and there's seems to be. I see tents. Is Long Barrow okay? Do you know?
Oh, no. Let's see. It's the Longbarrow and the Jack's Corner and Lakeside View. They've all been ransacked.
And Norg's heart is just gonna sink. And did people make it out okay?
I don't. I haven't been in town yet, so it's hard to tell. Um, but the word has been going around. The refugees for all those towns are staying up on the hills in the tents.
Norg's gonna look back at the rest of the party, and he's gonna start untying the cart, and he's gonna shout back to the rest of them and say, "I'm going ahead."
Why would you do something as foolish as that?
Norg's gonna look over at Tyrker, and with the cart now detached from Herberta, he's gonna trot over towards Tyrker and say, "I need to see if my parents made it out."
You sure you don't need any help?
We can
I'll
help.
catch up with you in town.
Are you heading to the refugee camp then?
Yeah.
We'll see you in town.
All right. Norg's gonna say, "All right, Herberta," in his mind. Say, "All right, Herberta. You give us a good push here. Let's get up to the hill."
Don't die yet.
As you right away.
And Herbert says in your mind, "You have my speed." And she kind of like does. If this was like a gallant horse, it would look so majestic, but no, it's really a mule.
It's a mule.
Yeah. And she like kind of does the whole like rearing up and then like speeding off.
Herberta, show me the meaning of haste.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And Norg gallops up to the hill at maximum pace.
For a halfling on a mule, that was actually quite majestic.
Thank you for listening to Tales of Swordfall. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.